welcome to this live session. In today's live session, we are going to talk about how to analyze a stock, basically IT stocks. And we are going to talk about what are the components to be keep in mind when you are analyzing an IT stock, what are the ratios, and also we'll go through the screener.in and all that. No, through Tijori Finance also, if you want, we can go through it and understand how you can basically compare one stock with another because that will give you a good no understanding basically when you are comparing five six stocks with together, okay, five IT stocks like Wipro, Infosys and all that, okay, together, so how you can compare with each other, that is what we are going to talk in detail. And in this session, guys, I know it will be a step by step process, don't worry. So we'll go first talk about the IT sector, then we'll talk about the various ratios, and then I'll show you in the screener.in and all that, know how you can basically analyze that stock. So let us talk about the IT sector first. So guys, let me start with that. Okay, just let me share the screen first. So yeah. So if you see here, the let us talk about information technology sector. So how you can select and evaluate a good IT stock in India. Okay. So the first point is nothing but not to understand the IT sector. Guys, this is very important because before you invest in any sector, no, you should understand about IT sector or any sector. Basically, you are investing in pharma sector or chemical sector, whichever sector it is, you have to understand about what is there in the pharma sector, IT sector, and how it will help you. Okay, so that is what you have to understand. So start by gaining a deep understanding about the IT sector, which includes understanding the trends, key players, and competitive landscape. Everything is there. Okay. Again, the financial analysis part. So looking at the financial analysis part, guys, are you able to hear me properly? Just type yes in the chat box if you are able to hear me properly. Okay. Yeah. So 1 minute. So yes, financial analysis. Look at the financial health of a company, IT company, key financial metrics and everything. So how to understand the metrics about revenue growth, profitability, debt level, evaluate the historical financial performance, assess the ability to generate cash flow. So that uh, उससे भी आपको पता चलेगा कि कैसे एनालाइज करना है आईटी कंपनीज को. दैट इज फाइनेंशियल एनालिसिस. देन कम्स द मैनेजमेंट टीम. So research about the management team of a company, experience and capable leadership is crucial for a company's success. Guys, are you able to hear me properly? Just type, are you able to hear me properly? Just a minute. I think there is some problem or what? Just a minute. Are you able? Okay, just asking, guys, because I cannot see you. Can you see me? Okay. So, management research team of the company experience cable leadership in crucial for company success. That is also you have to understand again competitive position. Analyze the company's competitive position within the IT industry. Are a market leader or niche player or a new entrant. Assess the company competitors such as intellectual property, client relationship, and technology. Okay. So that you will come to know. Then basically client base. So examine the client base of the IT company. A diverse and stable client base is generally positive sign. So that also you have to understand that unless a good diversified and stable client is there, you cannot have a, positive no revenue and also not a profitability. Guys, can you hear me? I think no one is hi. Yes, you are able to hear me properly, guys. Are you able to see me properly? Because I'm getting confused. I cannot see here. Uh, okay. Are you able to see me properly? Just type yes in the chat box if you are able to see me properly. Okay. Uh, yes, with small interruption. Okay. I don't know what is the problem here, but okay. Again, the technology trends stay updated on the technology trends, companies that are adopting, investing in emerging technology like artificial intelligence, cloud computing, and cybersecurity may have a competitive edge. Okay. Uh, then another point is valuation, how to determine the valuation of a stock, common valuation metrics, and P ratio, price to sales ratio, price to book value. Compare this metrics to industry peer to assess the stock is overvalued or undervalued. Guys, 1 minute. Not clear. Okay, I think there is some problem here. Just a minute. 1 minute. 1 minute, guys. I'll just share the screen again, if possible. Okay. Now, are you able to see this? Now able to see this? Uh, but presenting material is not clear. Guys, now are you able to see this? Just type yes in the chat box if you are able to see this. Because even I am facing issue here. That's why. Yeah. Just let me know. Yes or no. On 1 minute. I don't know. Normally, this type of things does not happen, but I don't know. That is technology. We cannot help it. Correct. Uh, Now, are you able to see this, guys? Yes? Okay, okay. Okay. चलिए. So, are you checking to YouTube, guys? YouTube or how you are? Because yeah. So, okay, it is clear, no? ठीक है. तो मैं आगे बढ़ूँ. ठीक है. Again, valuation, guys. As I told you that what I'll do, I'll start from early only. तो 2 मिनट लगेंगे. I'll just start from the early. If my material is clear, just type yes again, so I can start again. So no, I think there was some disturbance, so I can start again. Can I start again? Just type yes in the chat box. Better. Okay, clear? Yes. Okay. So now what we'll do, we'll evaluate the information technology again. Before you select any good IT stock, before you select any good IT stocks, what are the parameters to be checked and everything? That is what now I'm going to show you. Okay. So the first able to see first is nothing but understanding IT sector in detail. Understand the sectors in much in detail. Understanding the trends, key players, competitive landscape, and everything. Any sector you go and invest, before that, understand about that sector. Then comes the financial analysis. Look at the financial health of a IT company, include revenue growth, profitability, debt levels. We are going to show you, I'm going to show you this way through screener.in. Also, what are the main ratios you have to keep in mind. Evaluate the company's historical financial performance and assess to ability to generate a consistent cash flow. Then management team. Increase the management, research the management team of a company. Experience and capable leadership is crucial for the company's success. So how is the management, how they are doing, how they are going with the company, what are the future guidance, everything you have to assess here. Then competitive positioning. Analyze the company's competitive position with the industry. Are a market leader, niche player, new entrant. Assess the company's competitive advantage such as intellectual property, client relationship, and technology. When a company is getting into new division, and also you can say area, how their position it is, whether it is in a dominant position or not, that is what you have to see. I'm just going through this theory part first, then we'll talk about the ratios. Client base. Examine the client base in IT company. Diverse and stable client base is generally a positive side. So wherever they are working, what is their client base? Again, stable and diverse client base is there or not? That is what we have to see. Then technology trend. Stay updated with the technology trends. Okay, companies are adopting new technology like artificial intelligence, cloud computing, cyber security. Now artificial intelligence is playing a big role. So whether the company is able to adopt that new, you can say the technology properly or not, that is also you have to see. Then comes the valuation. Determine the valuation of a company. We are going to talk about that. P ratio, price to sales, price to book value ratio. Risk assessment. Evaluate the risk associated with the IT industry. and specific company you are interested in, yani competition, geopolitical crisis, and all that you have to understand here. Then comes the earning reports and news. So what is this? Keep a track on company's quarterly earnings report as well as any significant news or development that could impact the stock price. So how basically the company's earning is there, quarterly result is there, all these things you have to keep in mind. Then again, guys, remember whatever stocks you are investing, you go to go for a long term. Do not expect a quick gains and prepare for the whole investment over a period, because at the end of the day, no, if the stock is good, it will go up. So don't worry about it. So see, these are the top 10 points which I wanted to tell you before you invest in any IT stocks. Okay, these are general points. But now what we are going to talk about is the ratios. Okay, so understanding IT industry, financial analysis, management, competitive position, client base, technology trends, valuation, risk assessment, earning reports, news, and long-term perspective. Clear, clear, guys. Till now it is clear. Then just type C for clear in the chat box. C for clear. Sorry, guys, I have a little bit cough today, but can't help it. Just type C for clear in the chat box. Now let us talk about the financial ratios. So talking about financial ratios, guys. First is nothing but the current ratios. Now, what is current ratios? Current ratio is nothing but the uh, yes. Clear. Just type C for clear, guys. Just type C for clear. So at least I'll come to know you are with me. Okay. Now, current ratio is nothing but this is a liquidation ratio that measures a company's ability to cover its short-term application. यानी इनके पास cash कितना है to cover the expenses. A ratio above one indicates the company's term liabilities. Current ratio plays a big role because over the time, what I have seen, that if they don't have a above one ratio, then there is always a problem with that company, because they have to capture more and more working capital. And when they are taking more and more working capital from outside, they have to pay the interest. So that is why current ratio plays a big role. So what is the formula of current ratio? The formula is nothing but current asset divided by current liabilities. And example, for example, if Tech Mahindra has a current ratio of 1.5 and Mindtree has a ratio of 1.2, it suggests that Tech Mahindra is a better position to cover the short-term obligation compared to the Mindtree. Okay, so this is what is current ratio all about. Any question till now? Current ratio, is it clear? बहुत simple है, whether your current asset is able to cover your current liabilities or not. If you have any question, you can put it in the chat box. I'll talk about that. Okay. Now let me go to the second ratio, which is ROE. ROE is very important. ROE is nothing but return on equity. Okay. Now return on equity is nothing but, you can say, ROE measures the profitability of a company in relation to shareholders' equity. It indicates how well the company is using shareholder funds on generating earnings. So वही है कि shareholder को कितनी earning मिल रही है. The formula is very simple: net income divided by shareholder equity. Now ROE. Okay, can you tell me what should be the minimum ROE for any company? Anyone? Percentage wise. Can you tell me in the chat box what should be the minimum ROE? Like if the Cognizant has a ROE of 18% and Hexaware has a ROE of 15%, that means Cognizant has a higher ROE. Higher the ROE, better is for the company. Okay, higher the ROE, better is for the company. So yes, always keep in mind about the ROE. Guys, there is a lag between when you are typing and I am getting the message, maybe around 15 seconds. So that's why there will be a little bit, you can say, delay answer by me once you write it. Okay. So Kamal is saying 15, Santosh 20, Udaya 15. Yes, Avatar 10, DSP 15, Vanitas, okay, Krishnan 15. Yes, so it is around 15. 15, anything above 15 is good. 15, 20 is good level. Okay. So current ratio and ROE, these are two main ratios related to financial ratios. Now let us talk about the valuation ratios. This ratio, I'm going to show you how to apply in screener also. So you will have a good understanding about it. So when we talk about valuation ratio, First is P ratio. You know all about, mostly you guys know about what is P ratio, but it's simple. It ratio measures the price investors are willing to pay each rupee of earnings. A higher P must suggest that the stock is overvalued. A lower P might suggest it is an undervaluation or company has an issue. अभी देखो, it's very subjective in nature. Okay, first let me tell you about the definition, then we'll talk about that. So it's simple. Current stock price divided by the EPS. Example, if Wipro P ratio is 25 and HCL P ratio is 20, it means the market is willing to pay more price to Wipro's earning compared to HCL. Now, guys, understand one thing. I'm going to give you three data. One is, suppose a company A is having a P ratio of maybe 25. Company B is having a P ratio of 18. Company B is having a P ratio of 18. And the industry P ratio is 30. Industry P ratio is 30. Company A 25, company B 18, industry P ratio 30. Now, can you tell one thing, that is company A is overvalued compared to company B, and can you means you should ignore investing in company A. Company A 25, company B is 18, and industry P ratio is 30. If and give me the reason also. Type in the chat box. Okay, type in the chat box. Why I'm asking? There should be a clarity about the P ratio, because काफी लोग ये समझते हैं कि higher P ratio that means it is very expensive, but no. Sometimes market give more premium also. Just type in the chat box. Yes, undervalued. No. Okay. Yes, Santosh, Udya. Anyone else? Anyone else? Yes, you guys are right. See, basically, आप समझो. Company A is 25. Company B is 18. So, but industry P is 30. So compared to industry, this company is having a less P. So that is okay. That is okay. हाँ, अगर कंपनी इंडस्ट्री P 30 होता and company A is 45, okay, then it is expensive. ठीक है? Now, company B is having 18. That means he may not be doing business well, or profitability may not be so great, and that's why it is having a lower P ratio. So that is how you have to think about it. Okay, क्योंकि क्या होता है कि if a company is not able to generate consistent profitability, it will always have a less P ratio. So always keep this point in mind. ठीक है? So this is what you have to understand. So P ratio, that is what, that is very simple formula, but very important formula. And guys, for IT companies, this is the most important formula. P ratio is one of the most important formula you have to keep in mind. Now let us talk about another is cash ratio. So what is cash ratio? So it's similar to your current ratio, current asset divided by current liability, that we have already spoken. Similarly, it is in cash ratio. How much cash the company is having to meet the current obligation. And that is what is cash ratio. It consider most liquid asset, that is nothing but the cash and cash equivalent. So what is the formula? Current liabilities divided by cash and cash equivalent. So that is a formula for cash ratio. So simple है, देखिए, TCS has a cash ratio of 2, which mean yeah, I'll just see the question. Company A is good, yes, undervalue value is lesser than industry P. Yes, perfect. You guys are right. Industry B कहाँ से मिलेगा अमृत? I am going to show you in the screener dotting. I am going to show you. As I told you, your messages are coming late to me. So sorry, I'm reading your messages late. But industry P, I'm going to show you through screener dotting. Don't worry. Once these ratios are over, I'm going to show you how to apply it in the screener dotting. So like TCS has a cash ratio of 2, which means TCS twice amount of cash compared to its current liabilities. And higher the cash ratio, always it is easy. Means it is good for a company. So this is what is cash ratio, simple formula. Then employee attrition rate. Now this is also very important for ratio we have to keep in mind for any company. Now this is directly not available in Skinner.in and all that. और तिजोरी फाइनेंस, आई थिंक तिजोरी फाइनेंस में अवेलेबल है कि नहीं मुझे देखना पड़ेगा, but it is directly available in the quarterly result when they are sending or they are giving it. So attrition rate, employee attrition refers to a loss of employees from an organization through resignation, retirement, termination without any replacement of vacant position. यानी लोग जा रहे हैं, but they have not been replaced, and that is nothing but a employee attrition rate. So formula, number of departures divided by average number of employees. Okay. So this is what is nothing but कितने लोग गए company छोड़ के, and what are the average number of employees. And that is what you have to keep in mind. And what is the example? Like Wipro is having an attrition rate of 12%, which is more than TCS 8%. So Wipro से लोग छोड़ के जा रहे हैं, that is 12%, but they are not replaced also. So that is what is Wipro is 12% and TCS is 8%. Okay, so that is an employee attrition rate. Now tell me, if a company is having a big attrition rate, is it good or bad for a company? Type in the chat box. If a company is having a bigger attrition rate, like suppose company is having a is having a 20 attrition rate and company is B is having 15. So company A का 20 है, वो good है या bad है? Type in the chat box. So this is all about attrition rate. Now let us talk about operating margin. Okay, you can put it in the chat box. I am going to reply. Yes, bad. Correct. Sapna, DSP, Sagun, Udya, Sanjay Vyas, Sapna Singh, bad. Correct. Perfect. The more the attrition rate, bad is for the company. Now let us talk about operating margin. It is the profitability ratios that measure what percentage of company's revenue remains after deducting its variable cost of production, such as wages and raw material. Okay, तो आपका ऑपरेटिंग मार्जिन कितना रहता है वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट, बिकॉज सी इट इंक्लूड्स द डिडक्टिंग ऑफ ऑल योर वेरिएबल कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन. ओके, तो रेवेन्यू माइनस वेरिएबल कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन such as wages and raw material, it provides insight how efficiently the company is operating. So operating profit divided by revenue. TCS an operating profit margin of 25, Infosys 22.5. That is, every rupee of revenue, TCS retained 25 paisa more profit, while Infosys retained 22.5 paisa. So higher the operating margin, better for the company. As simple as that. Revenue minus raw material minus all the variable level expenses, everything you deduct, you are getting operating margins. So basically you have, these are the main ratios. Current ratios, ROE, price to equity, P ratio, cash ratio, attrition rate, employee attrition rate, and operating margin. Okay, now what we'll do? Yes, shall we go and analyze this with screener.in? Yes, then just type BI in the chat box, bring it on in the chat box. Okay, any question till now, put it in the chat box. I am going to reply. Okay, just type bring it on in the chat box. Let me take on company Infosys. Okay, and now you can see this is one company. Now all the ratios they are given here. Okay, you can check here, but main thing is you can check it here with the peers comparison. Okay, this is the peers comparison. Okay, now you can see here all the companies are there. Now you can compare with each other. Like now industry P. Now someone was asking, no, what is industry P? This is industry P ratio. This is okay, 31.34. Okay. Now tell me, which is the most undervalued, and as per P, किसका P सबसे कम है? Which is the most undervalued company in all these companies from looking here? Can you tell me? Which is the most undervalued company? Type in the chat box. Yes, Yogesh, Milin, Kamaragan, Gopal. Okay. Type in the chat box. And basically why we are why you have to understand industry P क्या होता है? Average होता है. As simple as then you can see here a median of 9 company is almost 31.34. Again, if you want, you can go here also. You can click here IT software, and you will get all the P ratios. आप देख रहे हो? ठीक है? So this is what you can understand. And also, if you want computer software large, yes, Sapna, DSP, Sanjay, it is Wipro, correct. If you want to see large companies, then these are the large companies. Okay. So now this is the one of the important ratio. Now, if you see here, TCS having a higher PE ratio, correct? तो वो higher है. Now, compared to average, rest all are less. Yes, Tech Mahindra is also having a higher and persistent system. Persistent system almost 62. Sorry, guys. Almost 62, which is much more higher. Now, let us talk about the ROE. If you see the ROE of TCS is 46. Okay, which is on a higher side, much higher side, which is good. Higher the ROE, better is for the company. ROC 58. Now, what is ROC? RO is return on equity. Can anyone tell me what is ROC full form? Type in the chat box. Type in the chat box. What is ROC full form? Okay. So, आप देखो यहाँ the highest ROE is of TCS. Then comes Infosys. Even though such a big company, they are having such a high ROE, and that's why they are getting at premium. That's why it is having a 32.61 PE ratio. Then you can see all other companies are there. Okay, now, so this one I told, PE ratio you have to check. ROE dekho, then ROA and all that, it's okay. Current CMP divided by big book value, which is TCS is much more on a higher side. You can see that it is almost 14.76, much more on a higher side. Infosys is 8.36, HCL is 6.7, and Persistent is 14.58. EV by EBITDA, if you take, वो लेने की जरूरत नहीं है, बट करंट CNP by sales ले सकते हैं, so it is 6.22, which is TCS का higher है. Again, sales growth, अभी here if you see, sales growth is 10.1 and 12, and for other like LTM entry is 22 this year, last 3 years is 45, profit growth is 42. Now, can anyone tell me that, yeah, here it is operating profit margin. You can see the TCS is having a 26, Infosys 23, HCL 22. Yes, return on capital employed, correct. DSV, Krishna, Venugopal, Yogesh, Vinod, Sanjay, perfect, perfect. So here, if you see here, the dividend payment and interest coverage, all this is, but ये इतना deep जाने की जरूरत नहीं है आपको, but operating margin also you can check here. Now, tell me one thing. All the ratios यहाँ से मिल जाएंगे. आपको कैसे ratios, how you have to find it? You can always go to edit column, and you can, if you want any ratios to be selected, you can see here annual P&L, quarterly, balance sheet, cash flow, ratios, everything is there. You can select account. You can just select one like sales growth in 5 years, and you can just like save column. So यहाँ देखो sales growth in 5 years, save columns, and when you go here at the end, it is available. Okay, it is available. So again, you can change the sequence also. If you want to bring it here. Okay, suppose you want to bring it here somewhere. Okay, after return on over 5 years, and you save columns, and you go here. Then also it is return, यहाँ आ जाएंगे आपका, या यहाँ, ये देखा, sales variance 5 years. So basically, you can change the sequence also. It is as simple as that. Okay. Now, guys, any question till now? Any question till now? And if you are with me, then just type W with you in the chat box. अभी तक कोई question है तो आप मुझे बताइए. कुछ समझना बाकी है या कुछ पता नहीं चल रहा है तो मुझे बताए. I'll ask you. Now what we'll do, we want to see the comparison. Now all these are historical data. Okay. Now I want to invest in that company. Suppose I want, now you may say, Tapan, Based on this, Wipro is the most undervalued company. Okay, and like P ratio is simple and all that, but ROE is also less. No, ROC is also less. Again, tell me one thing. Based on this, shall we invest in Wipro? Now, what is missing here? Now, suppose I want to invest in a particular company. This is present. What is missing? Which also I have to investigate before investing in a company. Can you type in the chat box? Can you type in the chat box before investing? What are the other things I have to keep in mind? Because क्या होता है कि हमें लगता है कि ये कंपनी तो अंडर वैल्यूड है, चलो इसमें डाल लेते हैं, ऐसा नहीं होता है. बिकॉज लॉट मेनी फैक्टर्स यू हैव टू चेक इट आउट. वन इज द व्हाट द कंपनी इज डूइंग, what the management is doing, and how the company is operated over the time, what are their business vertical, how they are going on this business vertical and all that. Everything you have to check. And also uh, we'll talk about rest. Can you give me what you have to see in the other thing also? Anyone? I think my voice, maybe there's a gap between your message and my voice. That's why it is coming late. But yes, there are lot many things you have to check it before you investing. Because another part is nothing but the future prospects. Okay, so what is the future prospects of a company? किस तरह से आगे बढ़ने वाली है, what the management is thinking about the company, and how the management is going to no completely operate the company, what are the visions and everything. That also will come to now you may say तपन वो कहाँ से मिलेगा, ये तो here we have a historical data only. From where you will get that data? That data you will get it from research reports, or you can say that mhm, uh, that balance sheet, conference call. From where conference call and annual report you can get it? You can get it. Uh, yes, management analysis, growth ratios, correct. Growth ratio. So यहाँ से कितना जाएंगे? Correct, Gopal. So if you go down, you see here. Of course, I'll talk about this here. पर यहाँ अगर आप देखोगे ना, there is a conference call, financial reports, annual report, and all that is available, through which also you will able to get it. So if you click this, you will get an annual report. Management commentary होती है. Okay, again, you can see here conference calls transcript is there. So through conference call also you will able to understand. Any other guys material you think where you will get about the future prospect of a company? Can you put it in the chat box? Anything else if you think? So यहाँ से आपको पता चलेगा. And guys, before investing in any company, you have to see about the future prospects. Of course, cash flow, all that तो is important. मैं ना नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, लेकिन अभी IT कंपनी है तो basically these are the main ratios which I have spoken about. And basically आपको future prospects में तो क्या होगा? You have to do a forecasting and all that. So forecasting में भी क्या होता है? So, lot of assumptions are there, and that you can put only when you are aware of it. Okay, what is the meaning of each and every assumption? Okay, and whether that will do or not. Based on that, all the parameters will change. Shareholding pattern, money control, correct, correct. Another one is yes, research reports. Research reports में से भी आपको काफी future का पता चलेगा, and through that also you can take a better decision what to do with that stock. So that is also available. Okay, so this is how you can know. I don't want to extend this session much more, because I want to keep this short session where no, just to make you understand how to analyze a stock about IT company, and these are the main ratios which I spoken about, which is nothing but current ratio, ROE, price to equity, cash ratio, employee attrition, operating margin, and this is nothing but no how you can compare with each other. Now what I'll do, guys, you can ask me any question you want, and we want to keep this session short. ज़्यादा लंबा नहीं करना है, but yes, you can ask me any question whatever you have, so I'll answer that question. I know I'm not covered fully, but these are the main point. Again, you have to think about the future prospects also. Future prospects. So future prospects में भी क्या होता है कि क्या मैनेजमेंट कमेंट्री वो सब देखना बहुत है. So you can use research reports, so that will also help you out. Okay. Yeah, R&D. R&D. होता है लेकिन कम होता है कृष्णन, बेसिकली आईटी में होता है, लेकिन इन इंडिया नो वी आर सर्विस प्रोवाइडर mainly. So R&D and all that is mostly happening at a US level. Future work on, and yes, Krishnan, Jaideep Roy, new technology venture, correct, correct, correct. How many stock we should keep in IT sector? Tanla is okay stock. Yes, yes, Udya. Tanla is okay stock, not to worry. 1 minute, guys. Tanla is okay. Dinesh, how many stock to be keep in IT sector? Uh, at least two, three, not more than that. 2 or 3. ज़्यादा मत रखो, 2-3 बहुत हो गए. Chat GPT would helpful for future process? No, actually, it will not help you because Chat GPT cannot decide about the future. Chat GPT will review your historical data only. So Chat GPT will not help you. No. Chat GPT, I think the last data you can say about is 2022. That is what you will able to understand. Venugopal, what are the important ratio I already shown? No. मैंने जो 6 ratios बताए, that is there again, just to show you again. Okay, so what are the important ratios are this one, current ratios, ROE, price to equity, cash ratio, employee attrition rate, and operating margin. These are the ratios. Guy, hope you got a good knowledge from this session, guys, about the IT. Then just type yes in the chat box. At least you got some glimpse about how to just like V for value. If you got it, any value you got it in the chat box. So these are the ratio, 6 main ratio. Okay, that you have to keep in mind. Current ratio, ROE, price to equity, cash ratio, employee attrition rate. Yes, employee attrition rate है ना, आपको क्वार्टरली रिजल्ट से मिलेगा. ऑपरेटिंग मार्जिन कहाँ से मिलेगा? बेसिक 1 minute. वो when they are giving basically result, no, at that time they give an employee attrition rate. So वहां से आपको मिलेगा. ठीक है. 1 minute, I'm just going to the questions. ChatGPT, I told it will be important issue. Case also, the stock has gone up a lot in very, very expensive stock. I'll not recommend that. Scient is a good stock, Kamal. Scient is a good stock, not a problem. Yeah, thanks Krishnan, thanks DSP, Udaya. What is ROC? Amrish, ROC is nothing but return on capital employed. Return on capital employed. So वो कहते हैं कि ROE is return on equity, ROC is capital employed. ROE is return on equity is only the shareholder. Equity shareholder का कितना part है? Capital employed is your debt and everything. So that is a difference. Research reports for the future, correct. While using screener, should we focus on P ratio? Yes, Sanjay. At least for these IT companies, your focus should be there on P ratio, because P ratio plays a big role. And P ratio से क्या होता है कि आपको पता चलता है whether this company is valued, undervalued, overvalued, जो भी है वो आपको पता चलेगा. Guys, if you want to know, I know many of you are our members, but if you are not our member, I know I'm conducting a session on this Sunday, a workshop. You can attend that workshop. I given the link. Okay, and if you want, you can attend that. You will come to know. Okay, I know many of you are thoughtful investor member, but many are new also. Value added, sir. Give us a best to bed. What do you mean by best to bed, Venugopal? I am not getting it. So best means P ratio से आप चालू ratio की बात करो. I am not getting it. Yes, good. Okay, thanks. Tanla corrected from 1100 to 950. Can you accumulate? अभी रुको जरा, थोड़ा नीचे जाता है तो DSP you can accumulate. Is the mastermind session core portfolio sellable? Can be elaborate more regarding this? Satellite is nothing now where you are initially investing and you are not sure whether this stock will work for me or not. Initially, you keep it in a satellite portfolio. 1 or 2 quarter, you review the result, and when you are sure, yes, this stock will work for me, then you can transfer it to the core portfolio. So this is how the satellite and core portfolio. Core portfolio should have 15 stocks only, maximum 20, not more than that. That is how you can check it. Can you please say how to check balance sheet? Abhishek, that is a big topic, yeah. I cannot talk about this in detail. That is given in a framework. So do one thing, you attend this Sunday session, but in that also balance sheet से बात नहीं होगी, वो in thoughtful investor of silver module it is there. HCL is okay. Some stocks have a good ROC, ROE, but high P. Do you want what to do at that time? Right? If it is having a higher good ROC and high P, basically ROE, but high P, that means right, they are giving much more valuation to that company. यानी कहते हैं ना कि more premium दे रहे हैं, investor is giving more premium to that company. In a way, that is, you can say it is a अगर हायर आरओई पी होता है तो क्या होता है उससे कि दैट इज गुड फॉर कंपनी, लेकिन जितना आपका हायर आरओई होगा इतना पी रेशियो ज्यादा होगा. आई ऑलरेडी शोन यू, जस्ट टू शो यू अगेन. लेट मी शेयर द स्क्रीन. सो अगर आप देखोगे हियर टीसीएस इज हैविंग अ हायर आरओई एंड हायर आरओसी, और इसके लिए इसका पी रेशियो ज्यादा है. यू कैन सी हियर P ratio is the good, okay, but higher ROC ROE की वजह से ना उनका प्रीमियम ज्यादा हमेशा ज्यादा रहेगा. तो आपको वो देखना है कि इज दिस जस्टिफाई और नॉट. दैट इज व्हाट यू हैव टू चेक हियर. ठीक है. 1 minute. Got policy means I'm not getting in with management order book. Okay. Any more question? Any more question? Anything you want to understand? Everything? Do let us know. And guys, do one thing. Yes, you can use Chat GPT. Chat GPT basically for the uh, historical data. You cannot take this one for future. तो वो एक थोड़ा आपको ध्यान में रखना है. ठीक है, चलिए. Okay. Any 1 minute. I'll check it. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah, all this policy, government policy and all that do play a big role. Because at the end of the day, no, क्या पॉलिसी, लेकिन क्या होता है फॉर आईटी इट इज नॉट प्लेइंग अ रोल. Another, can you tell me any other big role which you have to keep in mind, means when you are considering the IT sector, and any other points you have to keep in mind while evaluating? Just type in the chat box. Anyone, because lot of factors comes into consideration when you talk about the IT sector. IT sector is a global business at the end of the day. And अगर आप Infosys की बात करेंगे, almost 80%, no, or TCS and all that, their revenue is coming from outside. So I've just given a hint. What are the other things you have to keep in mind? At which level is the relation between ROE, ROC and P? ऐसा नहीं होता है सपना सिंह. Basically क्या होता है, P ratio is very, you can say that depends on the investor mood. तो ऐसा डायरेक्टली कोरिलेशन नहीं होता है कि इतना आरओसी आरओई होता है तो इतना पी रेशियो होगा. नहीं, ऐसा कभी नहीं होता है. Depends on mood and depends on the future prospects. So there is no direct relation between ROE, ROC and P ratio. Yes, foreign currency, global, yes, Jaydeep, Matthew, new technology, Krishnan, foreign currency, international market, USA, correct. So how is the future prospects across the world? How the world economy is doing? Okay, लोग कैसे आगे बढ़ रहे हैं? Okay, and how the US is recovering, how the, like if you see, US is okay, but Europe is recovering, तो उसका भी impact आता है, and that's why IT stocks were down. Again, नास्डेक क्या कर रहा है? नास्डेक से भी काफी फर्क पड़ता है IT stocks को. फॉरेन करेंसी डॉलर कितना स्ट्रांग है उससे भी फर्क पड़ता है. So all these things, does play a role when you talk about the IT sector. USD Fed rate, then US economy, Europe economy कैसे चल रही है? Again, their banking, even the banking system in US, no, we are supplying lot of our software and all that. So वहाँ भी कितना चल रहा है वो भी देखना चाहिए. So these factors plays a very very big role when you evaluate an IT sector. Along with internal components, you have to understand about the world level what is happening there also. Okay. Promoter holding order in hands projects, yes, that also plays a big role. Correct. Global factor and all that. So good. So guys, that's it. I think I have answered most of the question, and I don't want to stretch this session. I think 45 minutes are okay. So hope you enjoyed the session. If you enjoyed, just type E for enjoy in the chat box, E for enjoy. And also guys, anyone new who want to attend our workshop, okay, I'm just giving the link. You can attend this Sunday session at 11 a.m. and it will be a very, very insightful session. So thank you very much, guys, and have a great weekend. Yes, it's a 3 days holiday. So it's a Mahashivratri. Everyone, best wishes for Mahashivratri, and I'll be see you soon. Okay, I think I'll try to do live sessions every Friday so that you can get more knowledge about various which any other sector you want to analyze, guys. You can put in the chat box. Next time we'll take that sector. We'll try to take that sector. Okay. Yes, Jatin, Jaideep. Okay. Yeah. So yes, Jatin, Jaideep. Okay. Udaya. Okay. Sanjay, Amresh. Thanks. Which sector more you? Any other sector you want to analyze? Do let me know. So we'll try to take that. Jai Shiv Shankar. Yes. 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 ओके चलिए बैंकिंग बैंकिंग वी ऑलरेडी टेकन अर्लियर तो आप देख सकते हो जतिन वन ऑफ आवर वीडियो हाउ टू अंडरस्टैंड द बैंकिंग सेक्टर रेशियोज एंड ऑल दैट वी ऑलरेडी टेकन वो चेक कर लेना ओके चलिए ठीक है ओके गाइस सो थैंक यू वेरी मच एंड आई विल सी यू सून ओके एंड बाय बाय एंड बेस्ट विशेस फॉर महाशिवरात्रि एंड एंजॉय योर वीकेंड ओके चलिए बाय guys, if you feel someone get a benefit out of, do share this video to any of your person, no, relative, anyone who wants to know about IT secondary. This will help you. Okay, chale, bye, bye. Defense agree. AI के कैसे करेंगे? There is no AI play directly. AMC banking. ठीक है, चलो देखते हैं, चलो किस तरह से करते हैं हम लोग देखते हैं. Okay.